Here I have two polynomials, and let us say you were to refer to either of these polynomials to for any purpose. How would you refer to this particular polynomial? Would you call it the polynomial in yellow and green, or specify the color? Well, up until now, I have been color coding all the polynomials so that it is easier for us to refer to them and identify them. But when you write them on pen and paper, they will not be color coded. So how do you refer to any particular polynomial? Do you read out the whole name? So would you say 3 times x cube minus 4 times x raised to power 5 plus root 3 times x raised to power 1? Oh my god, that is such a long name, right? Every time you have to refer to a particular polynomial, you just cannot take the whole name. It is a very tedious process. So just like every person has a name, somebody's name might be Raju, Sam, and so on and so forth. Even polynomials can have names. Now, of course, we will not call them Raju or Sam. It will be very weird for a polynomial to be called that. But we can have, and we do have, a particular way of naming polynomials. So, in this video, let us have a look at how we name a polynomial. Well, the very simple way of naming a polynomial is by using a letter. Let's say we call this particular polynomial p. Now I can say that the polynomial p. So this particular polynomial has the name p, but I also need to specify along with this what variable would I be using in this particular polynomial. So this particular polynomial right here has the variable x. So I have to say p in the variable x. So this is read as p in the variable of x, or p of x equals this. So equals this, right? So this whole thing right here, this thing is named as this, p of x, or p in the variable x equals this whole thing. So its name is p, this is the name, this letter, and x is the variable used in the whole polynomial. Similarly, in this polynomial right here, we can say that uh, let's call it q this time. Let's name it q, and because the variable is x again, so we can say that q in the variable x is equal to this. Let me make some space for our equal to sign. So yeah, I can name it as q in the variable of x is equal to this whole thing, whatever I have in front of it. This whole thing is called q of x, or q in the variable of x, right? This is the name and this is the variable used. Let us take two more examples. This is p of y, or p in the variable y, a polynomial which is p in the variable y, and that is equal to this whole thing. Now here p is the name, y is the variable used. Similarly, in this one, I have another variable, another polynomial named q in the variable t, and you can see that t is the variable being used, right? Here t, t, t. So t is the variable being used, and q is the name of the polynomial. So q in the variable t equals this whole thing, this expression, and yeah, this whole polynomial is named as q of t, and this polynomial is named as p of y.